quick video. I've been seeing a lot of TikToks just on the internet and things saying confidence is quiet, arrogance is loud, things of that nature. And yes, I can say, when you practice your craft, when you're an artisan, when you are very diligent in your work, you master something, you can have confidence in that, and you don't need to stand on top of the mountain and shout to everyone, look at me, this is what I have done. Your work will speak for itself. But sometimes that saying, it doesn't really work, it doesn't apply, Sometimes they say there ain't smoke without fire. But I heard actually Joe Budden say once, I think it was him, he said, sometimes there is smoke without fire, it might be a cigarette. I'll change the cigarette and say it might be incense. And why I say that is because a lot of our people that we've been in relationships with, people that have discarded us, people that are in our life, they turn around and say things like, we're not good enough, we're not worthy, we're not up to the task, I want to sack you, I want to break up with you, X, Y, Z. Now, if that's the case, can you tell me why is it that you want to compete with me? Why do you need to gather information on me if you know that, you're of a superior nature to me? Why is it that you have to bug all my devices, bug my, hold on, going under a bridge. Why is it you've got to bug my Google camera, my Amazon camera? Why is it you have to bug my phone? Why is it that you have to gang stalk me, cars with tinted windows, follow me around with the passenger seat pushed forward so when you look across you can't see the driver? Why is it you need a massive group of people to come against me? Why is it that in your pyramid scheme, people that are of higher position than me in terms of my work, in terms of my money, are people that are going against me? Why is it that all these things, why is it that even with more clout, more followers, more people on the internet that like you, you still stalk my pages? Why? So when you see somebody and they're reacting and their reaction seems bigger than their reaction looks bigger than what's occurring. Sometimes it's someone that doesn't have the belief and is not confident. But sometimes, and just sometimes, it's someone that has been enduring reactive abuse. Sometimes it's a person that may be empathic, may be, having light, may be a sentient being, someone who, has a purpose on his life, someone that God has a calling for them. And maybe that person has just hit, they've hit their threshold. Like I say, there are some times where people have got a very high pressure threshold, and what I mean by that, a very high pain threshold. What I mean by that is sometimes you get people who are codependent that would stay in a narcissistic abusive relationship for many, many years, and what they've become used to it. They've become used to the respite period. They've become used to the cycle of abuse. The sort of idolization, love bombing, then that goes into the devalue, discard, and then the hoover. So it's like a cycle. It goes round and round in cycles. Or people that are married to narcs, or people who work with them. But the people that work with them or married to them, a lot of them don't have the knowledge, or a lot of them don't even know about their own shortcomings. Like when I started having I think it was my third relationship with a narc, and I realized the role that I was playing in the ensnarement. I started finding videos on YouTube and videos on the internet and seeing, books and finding out about people that I used to watch. But a lot of those people that I watched at the beginning, some of them were actually narcissists. H.G. Tudor, he's actually a narcissist, but he actually says he's one. I think, is it Richard Brannon, and there was another, an elderly gentleman, a doctor, I can't remember his name right now, but he just came across very pompous with it. I think he said he created the word gaslighting, and he created this and he created that, which may be true, but he was a narcissist. And I can't remember his name. I'll put it in the comments if I remember later. But I found his videos first. Those were the first videos I found. This was maybe 5 years ago. Or maybe more. So sometimes the person reacting can be the person that maybe codependent, may be someone who's got low self-esteem, but a lot of the time it can also be someone who has just hit the threshold of they've been poked so many times, and after they've been poked so many times that they now are reacting. That's reactive abuse, and that's kind of, I also take accountability for my part in things that I've reacted in the past. But guys, we're human. Guys, we're going to react to things. Guys, we're going to get upset at times and show anger, when a lot of times we should actually remain calm and deal with that head on. But sometimes we're not able to. Hindsight's 2020. We can go back and say, we could have done it this way, could have done it that way. But sometimes we are in the moment and our buttons are pushed and we react, and we have to think about ways of doing it better going forward. That being said, it's not, as I said, we're not always reacting because we're insecure or because we're looking for validation. Sometimes we're reacting because we are just pissed off and we've just reached the end of our tether. We've got to a point of no return, and that's the reason why we're reacting. So what is the response? What's the answer to all of this? I was talking about the spirit of rejection before. What's the answer to all of this behaviour? Well, I'll give you a very, very good answer, and it's one of the hardest ones to complete. Basically, when this stuff is happening, when you're getting devalued, when you're getting abused, go harder. That's the answer. You got no other answer than to actually become successful. To actually, it's not prove them wrong, because you haven't got anything to prove to anyone but yourself. So it's not a case of proving them wrong. But if people in the gym are giving you bad looks because you're doing strange exercises, really good exercises, continue, do whatever pleases you. Do things that you want to do. At work, you get the results. Keep getting the results. Go for the promotion. Just keep going at it. In sports and teams where you're looked at as a certain way, keep playing well. Keep leveling up and keep doing the best you can. And don't pay too much mind into what these outsiders are trying to project onto you and trying to triangulate people against you, because be good to yourself. Don't please them. Please yourself. Remember the proverb of anger is a gift we give to ourselves for someone else's mistake. Remember that.